Welcome to this video from HSM Driver Training. Today we're going to show you how to hitch and unhitch your car and trailer according to the DVSA test specification. So first of all, we need to apply the handbrake. When we apply the handbrake, we're going to check the car and trailer is not going to move, making sure that our work environment is safe. Now we can disconnect our electrics cable. When we disconnect our electrics cable, we're just going to leave it off to the side, out of the way of our handbrake and jockey wheel. The next step for us is to lower the jockey wheel. On this trailer, it's quite a long process. It's a long wind down, no quick release. Every trailer will have a slightly different setup. We need to make sure that we get the jockey wheel all the way till it makes contact with the floor before we will start to lift the handle up to release it from the car. Now that we have contact with the floor, we'll start to lift the handle. This is going to release the tow hitch from the car, and as we wind the jockey wheel up a little bit more, you'll see that it will disconnect from the car. When it disconnects, you want to make sure that you leave enough room underneath the tow hitch so that when you reverse back onto it, that you're not going to crash into it. We then have one final check that the trailer is not going to roll away now it's disconnected from the car before releasing the breakaway cable. That breakaway cable needs to be the last thing that we remove from the vehicle. The examiner will now ask you to drive the vehicle forward and park it alongside the trailer. Once you've done this, he'll then ask you to reconnect the trailer, assuming you've never seen this trailer before. As you get in your car and start the engine, it's important that you have a full 360 check around, checking both your blind spots before you move forward, and then the same before you start reversing backwards, making sure as you reverse, you're having constant mirror checks and checks over your shoulder. Now that we're parked up next to our trailer, we're going to check the trailer, giving it a full 360-degree check. First of all, checking our handbrake, making sure the vehicle's not going to go anywhere. We're then going to check our trailer hitch, making sure that is secure and it's the correct hitch for our vehicle. We're going to check our breakaway cable is connected to the handbrake, checking everything that could fall off isn't going to fall off as we walk around, checking that spare wheel, checking the reflectors are clean, clear and functional, checking our mud guards and our lights. Importantly, we're going to check our tyres. So your tyre should have 1.6 millimeters of tread across the central 3/4 of the tyre and around the entire circumference, as well as looking for cuts and bulges or any obvious signs that any wheel nuts are loose. It's just a visual check. And again, as we walk around, checking anything that could fall off isn't going to fall off. Importantly, when we get to the back of the trailer, we're going to take a step backwards and we're going to have a check of our number plates, obviously checking that your number plate on your trailer is the same as your vehicle. Once you've done this, it's just continuing that physical check of the trailer, so checking your lights are secure, your number plate is secure, your back door is shut and secure. As we walk around, we're basically repeating the same process on this side. So again, checking your reflectors, anything that is loose, your tyres, again checking for 1.6 millimeters of tread across the central 3/4, check your mud guards aren't going to fall off. And once you have checked all of that, then you can start to reverse your vehicle onto the trailer. So the easiest way to do this in this vehicle is just quite nicely sized, so you'll be able to see both of those handles on the trailer on either side as you're reversing back. And then with the parking sensors on this vehicle, you just want to go till it becomes a full beep, and then you should be good to get out and check that you are close enough. You only have to be close enough in order to be able to connect your breakaway cable, which is within about 50 centimeters. So this is perfectly close enough. However, you can at this point get back in and bring yourself back a little bit further if you need to or want to, although you could also, if you can connect the breakaway cable, drag the trailer onto the car. Okay, so now that we're ready to start our reconnecting, we'll start by connecting our breakaway cable. It's important this is the first thing we connect, because as we start to take the handbrake off and move the trailer around, it's important that we have that safety mechanism so that if the trailer was to roll away, it's going to pull the handbrake on for us. Once we've got that breakaway cable on, we can take the handbrake off and start moving the trailer into position. Once we're there or thereabouts, we'll start to wind the trailer down, and yes, down, not up then. So we can then start to connect it on. You'll see a visible sort of click in of the hitch there. Once that has clipped in, it's important we then check that it is securely fastened to the car. We do this by counter winding it, so you can just about see that the trailer is now lifting the back of the vehicle up, showing us that that is securely fastened. We then just have the very long process of winding the jockey wheel back up. So this takes a while, but we need to get that jockey wheel all the way up and tucked away. Again, every trailer will have a different system. A lot will have a fast release in which you can just pull the wheel up. It's very important if you do have a fast release that you are connected to your car before you release it. Otherwise, you're going to end up with your trailer on the floor. Now that we have the jockey wheel completely stowed away, the final thing to do is to connect our electrics cable. It's very important when you connect your electrics cable that you then get ask the examiner to help you check your lights. Just before you do check your lights, it's important you check 5 key things. So first thing being to check that your breakaway cable is securely fastened. Secondly, to check that your lights are securely fastened. Third thing is to check that the hitch on the vehicle is secure. So you've already done that by counterwinding it, but just make sure that you did counterwind it. Then you're checking that the handbrake's off and that your jockey wheel is securely fastened away. The final step now is to ask your examiner to help you check your lights. So you need to check your side lights, brake lights, left indicator and right indicator, and some examiners will also ask you to check your reversing light. As you demonstrate the use of each light, just call out which light you're checking and the examiner will confirm they're working for you. So that's it. That's your hitch and unhitch. Thank you very much for watching. We hope this video was helpful. For more information on the courses we do offer, you can visit our website, which is in the description below. Thank you.